Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Moonpressure Let's Plays. My name is Hecto, and today we are playing Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition, episode 55, probably, hopefully. Yeah, last time we kinda lost Pete to some occult elderly gentleman who probably sacrificed his cats to the elder gods in order to prolong its life and then promptly sealed its corpse in a wall? Yeah, Digimon kinda got messed up last time. So anyways, Pete kinda doesn't want to go back to this dude, and yeah, it seems we have been enlisted to make him go back anyways, which I kinda find not so pleasant. Pete is part of the team, but what can you do? Gomamon is max level. Yeah, we were downstairs already and got some interesting intel on the construction of the Nakano Mall building. Yeah, so what other locations can we go to? What is behind door number 1? At least a treasure chest, so that's nice. And another data file. Nakano Broadway Construction Part 2. No blueprint exists for NB. 1961 saw the Japanese government commence its income doubling plan in order to re-energize the post-war economy. In tandem with unemployment policies, public work projects flooded the country, with major construction companies allotted huge budgets. Around 1962, one such project, the main route for the Shuto Expressway, was completed ahead of schedule. It was at that point that the attention turned back towards Nakano Broadway. Idle laborers and resources were funneled into the area from central Tokyo, at which point work on the building commenced in earnest. It's likely that there wasn't the time to even think of preparing proper blueprints for Nakano Broadway at that stage.
Yoshito really likes this girl named Fuyumiyuki.
That was the idol, I think.
He always sits me on his lap and tells me all about her. Everything's perfect about her, he says. Her singing, her dancing, her looks, everything. He says she's 1 in a million among idols.
So she is some kind of post-war era idol that the old man was into?
I can't do any of those things. I can't sing and I can't dance. But what I can do is curl up and fall asleep on Yoshito's lap. I love doing that. I also just love hearing Yoshito talk to me so happily.
Interesting. Let's see. Wall crack. What might be in this treasure chest? Seems important. It was not. It's an SP restraint should be. Okay. I hope we get put back on the main path later on. Because I always get nervous when one path leads me too far in, where I can't backtrack anymore. I'm always scared of missing something. Okay, is there something down here? No, there is not. But there is over here. Escape Gate 3. Nakano Broadway Construction Part 3. I get the feeling it's not important in which order we pick these up, they will just give me the next file in the collection. With no blueprints to draw upon, concrete was poured and rebar was erected, tailored to the land around the site. When construction was concluded 4 years later, The final building had 3 underground floors, as well as 10 floors above ground. 10 above ground? I only counted like 4? Maybe? Isn't K-Cafe at the top floor? East Asia's greatest commercial building was therefore constructed on little more than sheer willpower. However, this came at a cost to some aspects of Nakano Broadway's integrity. The escalator, for instance, only connects the first 3 floors. Most of the underground floors have also gone unused in the ensuing years. So maybe it has like 4 on top and 6 down below, under the earth. Such quirks are a direct result of the circumstances surrounding the building's inception.
Yoshito told me that he and his son have been to a World's Fair once. He said that the line to see the moon rocks was really long, so long that it made them tired. But he said his son still had a good time.
Is he talking about the Japan Expo? Like they have the big post-war expo somewhere on the countryside, right? I remember because I read the manga called 21st Century Boys, and the Japan Expo features, or the World Fair features pretty heavily in that manga.
People always call Yoshito Chief Mizushima. His full name is Yoshito Mizushima. Yoshito is a big important man in the computer room, so he doesn't get to go out with his son much. He's glad he got to see the World's Fair. I wish I could have seen the World's Fair with Yoshito too, but he and I are always together in the computer room. So that's okay, I'm content.
We got a keyword. Okay, backtracking time. Probably should use the escape gates, but I'm too lazy to do so. Plus, I'm kind of scared that our progress will get reset if I do that. So we completely explored the first path, so wait, this over there should just be the ledge, right? Let's get this out of the way before I forget, but it should just be the ledge that led down to the same path we just went on. Right? Is there something here? Yes, it is the ledge. But there's another log here. Okay, great. Nakano Broadway Construction Part 4. Oh, we're really becoming architects at this point. In most cases, large commercial buildings are run by their owners, who control everything from PR to tenants and internal bylaws. BW was an exception to that rule from the very start. Shop and residential spaces alike were sold piecemeal. People who bought their real estate inside the building were then free to utilize it however they pleased. Because of this, soon after Nakano Broadway opened, shop owners and residents started remodeling work on their respective stores and apartments. Oh, so it's like creatively free? You can just rent the apartment but still... Oh no, it's not rent, they own it, right? And you can customize it however you want. Great. In the end, this meant that formal blueprints for Nakano Broadway weren't drafted until 8 years after the building was originally completed. Even in those early days, the building's layout had already become too unwieldy for anyone to fully grasp at that stage. Yeah, okay, they're really hammering home that no blueprints exist.
Yoshito always has me sitting on his lap, patting my head, all nice and gently. I love Yoshito. Yoshito always calls me Blood Sacrifice. I don't know what that means, but it's probably a nice name. No, it's Miko. Miko's a girl's name. But Yoshi gave it to me, so I love it.
So confirmed Pete is a boy, indeed. He just has a girl's name in truth. Okay, for a second there I thought I gave him an inappropriate voice. So, let's go to the Digilab for a quick stint and look at Golemon. No, it wasn't Golemon, it was Gomamon. Golemon is still not ready yet. We have one, but it's not ready. And it has a Digivolution we haven't seen before, great! Gomamon Digivolves to... a big purple Sandshrew? Strike Dramon! There's a lot of Dramons, but this one's element is Strike. He misses a lot at baseball. Okay, Strike Dramon. I mean, it's perfectly serviceable. Looks a bit like a mid-tier Final Fantasy mob that you encounter like in the first hard area of the game or something. But yeah, I mean, it's serviceable. And it has some weird markings on its chests. So yeah. The pump-up pants are a bit much for me, but still. I would have preferred like more like a jeans type or something. Okay, back on track. This should be the last place we haven't been to yet. And fortunately, it seems I did everything right this time, because we haven't seen the boss thus far. So I shouldn't have skipped anything. But wait, this is a dead end too. So probably just needed to collect all of these. Data file. Nakano Broadway Construction Part 5. The basement of the Broadway once housed a vacuum tube computer within its walls. It had been brought into the building after the end of World War II by war criminals who evaded arrest. Oh, spicy. Shielded from the prying eyes of MacArthur's general headquarters. The vacuum tube computer's purpose in those days remains a mystery. Probably some sort of like encryption program running on it, or like sending messages. You know how the number stations in America are like suspected to send messages to like the Soviet government with a dead man switch? It's possible it could have been utilized for things such as mathematical computations or code breaking. Yes, encryption, code breaking, same thing. But such speculation is unconfirmed. As time went on, there was eventually nobody left to carry on the original purpose set forth for the terminal. At that point, the computer was apparently buried inside a wall somewhere. Somewhere, how descriptive.
It's dark in here. All dark. I can't see a thing. I'm okay being in the dark. I'm not scared of it or anything, but it's never been this dark before.
Wow. Old man, you sick guy. You just buried your cat in a wall.
Yoshito's not here. I don't even smell him. I can't go back outside. Yoshito, where are you? Please sit me on your lap and pet my head again. Yoshito!
Jesus Christ. Doing Pete's voice so much in a row really killed my throat. Something severe.
Now you know. You know who I really am.
Yeah, so what, Pete? You're your own Digimon right now. You have left your flesh and blood body behind, just like I did. Join me as a detective, as a cyber sleuth.
I'm a dead cat. Oh no. So it's begun. Though I have to say, this is a bit more than what I bargained for. If this keeps up, the building's gonna collapse for sure. Who am I?
We just learned that in a 5-part comprehensive summary.
Somebody, anybody tell me.
Pete, you're Miko, a cat that was buried in this wall and subsequently became a Digimon. Through mystery reasons. There, I said it. And we got a Digimon message for Gaudramon. That's max level now. But Pete's here. Hey, Pete.
Please, who am I?
You are Miko.
Yeah, that's right. My name's Miko. Yoshito's my friend. Pete is your friend. Yoshito's calling out to me. He's been looking for me this whole time. He found me. Yoshito.
Ew, looks like the tremors have stopped. Just in the nick of time, too. That's my assistant for you. You've done well, sweetie. Now I don't have to worry about any broken coffee cups.
Miko, it's really you. I mean, you're not white anymore, and not a cat, but oh well.
Yoshito, I'm so sorry. You've been waiting for me for so long.
I'm the one who should be apologizing here, Miko. I'm the one who left you alone this whole time. I mean, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry, my friend.
No, it's okay, really. You don't have to be sorry.
No, he really should be.
I know you've been waiting for me since the day you had to go.
Oh, Miko. Thank you. If it wasn't for you, I'd never have lived to see Miko with my own eyes again.
Question mark?
I should probably explain. You see, back when the vacuum tube computer room was still around, I lived here in this very building, away from my family. That computer room was where I used to work.
So you are a World War II deserter? Or maybe not deserter, but like somebody who escaped like war criminal trials?
The only family I ever had with me that whole time was Miko here. I talked with Miko about everything there. My memories of my family, Fuyumi Yuki, anything to help me keep my loneliness at bay in there. He would join me in the computer room, and we spent many hours together over the years. Eventually, they closed down the room and sealed the whole thing off with a thick wall, like it was never there to begin with. It was around that time I lost Miko too. I couldn't find him wherever I looked. I had a bad feeling where he might have ended up and came back here who knows how many times to rescue him, yet it never occurred to me to just tear down that wall. But in the end, I couldn't do anything for him. I gave up over time and nearly forgot about him. Before I knew it, it had been decades since we'd last been together. I can't thank you enough for making this happen. We couldn't have been reunited without you, kid. Thank you so much. Now we can go back to living together again.
Wait, hold on. Pete's our pet now. Wait, not pet, partner. Pete's our partner now.
Thank you. I'll never forget this day.
Come on, Pete. Don't leave us hanging. No! And another one bites the dust. Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. And another one down, and another one down. Our team is shrinking, so why? I see. Nice work. I can only imagine how hard it was, but you really did a good job. Like, why was that mission 4 stars? We didn't really fight anybody. So our Pete was actually a cat named Miko, sealed deep inside a wall along with that vacuum tube computer from the American occupation days. And somehow, using the building's intranet, or rather, the power of its ley line, he merged with the computer and became a Digimon. That old cat's had a hell of a life, wouldn't you agree, Hector? We can't say for sure what's the actual assimilation process entailed, but at this point, we know better than to doubt it happened. It's amazing just how much and yet how little the digital and real worlds are siphoned off from another. I imagine the reason Pete showed up again after all those years is because of the digital wave anomalies we have seen. But you know, there's still one thing about the whole story that bugs me a little.
Yeah, how does it tie in with the main story? Because this has been a grand overarching side quest so far. I mean, it like dates back to the very beginning of the game. So, like as it is now, nothing of value was gained. It's like a completely separate story from our main quest. Like it has absolutely nothing to do with it. Question mark?
You mentioned that towards the end, old man Mizushima said, "Now we can go back to living together again, right?" What do you think he meant by that?
Taking Pete home?
Not only that, but in the case you solved earlier, where he was the one behind the urban legends, how did he keep breaking into the building?
I mean, the K-Cafe owner left his store open for him, so I guess he just had the key?
Let's assume, for the sake of the argument, that he somehow had access to an entrance that let him come and go at the timing he did. If he physically had been getting into the building so much that way that he was being reported, you'd think something would have gone differently.
Not really?
Got any theories you'd like to propose? Yoshito Mizushima. If we looked into his backstory, we might be able to find our answers pretty easily. What do you think? Should we dig a little more, sweetie?
Please, leave us be. Don't go looking for us.
Ada, that's understandable. Then it's probably best we do indeed let sleeping dogs lie. Alternatively, we could let the Occult Club kids know about this. I bet they'd have a real field day going after it. I mean, they came face to face with a real... You know what? Nah, let's keep it to ourselves.
Not all mysteries in this world need to be solved. Nakano Broadway brings many things together. The spirit world and the world of the living, the normal and the surreal, and now the physical and the digital. Truly, nothing is impossible in this crazy hole in the wall we call... Oh, it's Kyoko. Damn it! I thought it was the narrator voice. Even then, it should probably have been Mirai. Damn it.
Truly, nothing is impossible in this crazy hole in the wall we call home.
Investigation completo!
Well, looks like it's just you and me here again. The couches look so empty without Pete around.
Well, at least someone is also sad. Thank you, Kyoko.
We better get more clients to keep them warm.
But yeah, I mean, what was implied here? Because Pete informed us that the old man was not there with him, like in the part that was walled off, the computer room. So what is the actual implication here? Because if the old man is just a ghost, that doesn't tie into digital wave stuff at all. He would just be a straight up occult ghost, no questions asked. I mean, even the Shibuya Hirasaka, the one we like battled with the Occult Club in the middle of the game, was still a phenomenon of like some girl that got absorbed into the traffic system by the digital waves, right? So even she wasn't a true ghost in the sense that she was like some ectoplasmic being from hell or something. No, she was just a phenomenon that made sense in this context of this world, with like the things that were established. But what was the implication here with the old man? Because he was clearly stated to not be in contact with the digital part that kept Pete, or should I say Miko, alive. Very, very suspicious. But anyways, this will probably be it for part 1 of Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition, episode 55. So yeah, until tomorrow, ladies and gents.